In a quaint village nestled within the mist-laden woods, a peculiar invitation arrived at the doorstep of Eleanor Covington. The envelope, weathered and yellowed with age, bore no return address, only the insignia of an ancient house, a silhouette of twisted trees against a blood-red moon. Intrigued and perhaps a touch apprehensive, Eleanor tore open the envelope to reveal a single sheet of parchment, its surface crackling with age. The elegant calligraphy read, "Dear Miss Eleanor Covington, you are cordially invited to an exclusive gathering at Ravenscroft Manor. Join us on the eve of All Hallows' Eve for an evening of enchantment and revelry. Your presence is eagerly anticipated. Yours sincerely, the Ravenscroft family." Despite the ominous reputation that preceded the mansion, Eleanor felt an irresistible pull, a curiosity that compelled her to accept the invitation, to venture into the unknown depths of Ravenscroft Manor. As twilight descended upon the village, Eleanor's carriage rattled along the winding path that led to Ravenscroft Manor. The gnarled branches of ancient trees clawed at the carriage windows, casting eerie shadows upon the fog-shrouded road. At last, the imposing silhouette of Ravenscroft Manor loomed before her, a Gothic masterpiece cloaked in ivy and mystery. The mansion's towering spires reached for the heavens, its windows aglow with flickering candlelight that danced like spectral flames. Eleanor's heart quickened as the carriage rolled to a stop before the grand entrance, the massive oak doors swinging open of their own accord to welcome her into the dimly lit foyer beyond. Inside Ravenscroft Manor, Eleanor found herself amidst a gathering of enigmatic guests, each one draped in finery and bearing an air of intrigue. The ballroom shimmered with the soft glow of candlelight, casting long shadows across the polished marble floors. Among the guests, Eleanor caught sight of the Ravenscroft family, pale figures with eyes as dark as the night itself. They greeted her with smiles that did not reach their eyes, their voices laced with a hint of malice as they welcomed her into their home. As the night wore on, Eleanor found herself drawn deeper into the labyrinthine corridors of Ravenscroft Manor, her senses overwhelmed by the intoxicating blend of music and mystery that permeated the air. As Eleanor wandered the halls of Ravenscroft Manor, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, a sensation that sent a chill racing down her spine. Shadows danced in the corners of her vision, whispering secrets that she couldn't quite decipher. With each passing moment, the mansion seemed to come alive, a living, breathing entity with a will of its own. Eleanor's footsteps echoed against the cold stone floors, her breath catching in her throat as she ventured further into the depths of the house. It was then that she stumbled upon a forgotten chamber, a room shrouded in darkness, its walls lined with faded portraits and dusty relics of a bygone era. Among the artifacts, Eleanor discovered a tattered journal, the writings of those who had come before her, their words a testament to the horrors that lurked within Ravenscroft Manor. As Eleanor pored over the pages of the journal, she uncovered the dark history of Ravenscroft Manor, a history steeped in blood and betrayal. For generations, the Ravenscroft family had ruled with an iron fist, their power fueled by dark rituals and unholy pacts made with forces beyond mortal comprehension. But it was the mansion itself that held the true secret, the very walls imbued with a malevolent presence that hungered for the souls of the living. Ravenscroft Manor was no ordinary house. It was a prison, a cursed labyrinth from which few ever escaped. With a sinking heart, Eleanor realized the danger she was in, the same danger that had claimed the lives of countless others who had dared to tread within the mansion's walls. Determined to flee Ravenscroft Manor before it was too late, Eleanor raced through the twisting corridors, her heart pounding in her chest as she searched for a means of escape. But the mansion seemed to conspire against her, its layout shifting and changing with each passing moment. Desperate and alone, Eleanor called out into the darkness, her voice echoing through the empty halls. But there was no answer, no sign of salvation from the horrors that lurked within. With every passing moment, the darkness closed in around her, its icy tendrils tightening their grip with each step she took. But Eleanor refused to surrender to despair, her willpower burning bright even in the face of overwhelming odds. At last, Eleanor found herself standing before the heart of Ravenscroft Manor, a chamber bathed in an ethereal glow, its walls pulsating with dark energy. In the center of the room stood a grotesque altar, its surface stained with the blood of countless sacrifices made in the name of the house's unholy patron. As Eleanor recoiled in horror, a sinister presence manifested before her, a swirling vortex of shadows and malevolence that hungered for her very soul. With a voice like a chorus of the damned, it spoke, its words dripping with venom and malice. "You have trespassed upon sacred ground," the entity hissed, its form shifting and writhing like a serpent in the darkness. "Now you shall pay the price for your insolence, as all who have come before you have paid." But Eleanor refused to back down, her courage bolstered by the knowledge that she alone possessed the power to break the curse that had plagued Ravenscroft Manor for centuries. With a primal scream, she unleashed a torrent of energy, channeling the forces of light and shadow into a blinding burst of power that engulfed the chamber in its brilliance. When Eleanor awoke, she found herself lying amidst the ruins of Ravenscroft Manor, the once grand mansion reduced to little more than rubble and ash. In the distance, she could hear the distant wail of sirens, the cavalry arriving to investigate the source of the explosion that had rocked the countryside. As she staggered to her feet, Eleanor realized that she was the sole survivor of Ravenscroft Manor, a testament to her strength and resilience in the face of unimaginable evil. With a sense of relief and disbelief, she made her way out of the wreckage, leaving behind the horrors of the mansion forever. But as she looked back one final time, Eleanor knew that the darkness that had consumed Ravenscroft Manor had not been vanquished entirely. That somewhere, lurking in the shadows, the malevolent entity that had plagued the house for centuries awaited its next victim, biding its time until it could rise again. And though she had escaped with her life, Eleanor knew that the nightmare was far from over.